women matter, and we have a different set of issues than men have, and not all of us are being educated in the way that we should be about how to take care of our special girl down there. Well, hello again. So haven't done my intro in a while, so let me just go ahead and slide in and do that. It's your girl Dyme LaShawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are going to be discussing feminine health, you know, vag health, you know, clean coochies. If you are younger, then this video is for you. If you are older, then this video is for you. And if you're just a little confused about some things, or trying to find some other things to incorporate, then this video is for you as well. I think it's important that as a woman, when you know something, you share something. That's what this channel is about. So let's get it. You know, coochies are not off limits. Okay, so number one, I want to say, let's just go over like the first things first. When you are caring for your vagina, it is very important that you understand that you matter, that what you put in there matters, meaning men, if you are into men. What you put on it matters if you are into women, and every toy and supplement in between. Okay, it's also very important to say that vaginas are very sensitive. You know, a vagina can feel that there's a problem there way before a penis can, and I'm just going to be honest with you about that. Like, you know, if we're talking about female health, the female body is so sensitive, and it's for a reason. We are quite intricate in design, and with that being said, your body will know something is wrong or something is off a lot quicker than your male counterparts, okay, your biological male counterparts. So let's just say that. And it is important to pay attention to your body. It's important to pay attention to changes in discharge and changes in smell. And number one, because I think I see this way too much on social media, every woman has discharge. I don't know who y'all been talking to. I don't know what you've been told. I don't know what you're expecting. But every woman's body has discharge. Now, there are changes in the consistency of that discharge and the smell of that discharge that will tell you if something is wrong or if you're on the right track. But every woman has a discharge. Okay? Every woman does. That's for a reason. The organ is self-cleaning. Okay, it's going to clean itself throughout the day, and it's supposed to do that. If you find that you are not experiencing any level of discharge, it may be a time to actually start to look into why that is happening. I am no doctor, disclaimer. So anything that I share with you, you should be checking with your doctor to see if that is okay, if that works for you. But I am just here to share a few tips that I abide by. So to go back to what I was saying, if you don't have any discharge, there may be an issue. You might want to look into that, okay? The vagina is self-lubricating and it's self-cleaning, okay? The discharge in which you get will change according to what you got going on. You ain't been drinking water. You don't have no probiotic. You don't have nothing going on. You might be experiencing a few changes. If you are having sex and maybe you've picked up BV, which is bacterial vaginosis, which is not necessarily an STD, because you can get BV from lots of different things. Sweaty panties that's been on your body too long. You know, different bacteria from sexual partners. Wiping from back to front. I hope you aren't doing that. You know, there's ways outside of just sex. But if that's going on, bacterial vaginosis, that's also a thing that can cause some changes in your discharge and changes in smell. STDs can also change smell and consistency of discharge. Stress, pregnancy, ovulation. When you are ovulating, your discharge gets a lot more, I want to say clear. And you might experience more because your body is basically preparing for optimal baby making conditions. Without going into further detail, hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. And there are so many different things that can change a discharge, but understand that every woman will have one, okay? It's to the point where, because every woman has a discharge, it is quite a standard for a lot of people on the diaspora, the African-American diaspora, if you're nasty, to wash their panties once they take them off. And that's probably why a lot of people don't know you're supposed to have discharge, because a lot of women go through extreme lengths to hide our naturally occurring biological functions from other people, i.e. men. And other women might not know because of whatever they've been told or whatever they have yet to experience. But at this big old age, you should be having discharge. It's part of your biological function, okay? So, if you do not have an STD, you are a fairly healthy girl, you drink enough water, or maybe you don't, or whatever. I'm just gonna go over some quick tips about ways that you can optimize your coochie health, okay? Your clean coochie. And some things that work for me. I will tell you their uses, where you can find them, what you can do. Please consult with your doctor before implementing any new routines into your life. And yeah, let's go. So, number one, drink water. Drink water and mind your business, okay? Really, drink water. It is the spice to life. If you are not getting discharged, if you are experiencing vaginal dryness, it is probably because you are dehydrated. If you've been drinking Casamigos for a week straight, baby, and no water, that coochie probably dry, okay? And rightfully so, because where is it getting the lubrication from? You're not drinking any water. Where it's not going to pull from an empty well. You feed it, it'll feed you. So drink your water. That was actually a very interesting example, Diamond. Why would you say that? Anyway, drink your water. You know, stay hydrated, your coconut waters, your, you know, make sure you're getting your electrolytes, make sure you're getting your good liquids in, you know, hydrate. Because that is the only way that your body can function in its most optimal way. But not only that, your vag is connected to your body, and it can't be a self-cleaning organ if it doesn't have what it needs to be able to do so. Outside of water and hydrating and making sure you're hydrated, which also helps your skin to be plump and your lips to be non-chapped, you also want to incorporate some level of a probiotic. Probiotics are the bee's knees. My number one thing is to keep some type of probiotic on you. If you do not have probiotic pills, the other way you can find a probiotic, and they have them in so many different forms, right? Some of them need to be refrigerated. Some of them you can buy shelf stable. And if you are not in the space to be able to buy a 30-day, you know, supply of probiotics, you can always go with your good old what? Yogurt. Boom. Yogurt is good for all of us. Now, if you are not someone who eats dairy, this might be more of a thing where it would be better for you to get a probiotic pill, in my suggestion, to make sure you can find the healthy bacteria that we're about to discuss. But yogurt has healthy bacteria in it, and probiotics essentially is what that is. Probiotics are basically a little healthy bacteria that get in your gut and just kind of eat away at all of the unhealthy bacteria. And so you can also find probiotics in things like apple cider vinegar and other fermented type foods. Kimchi is also something that is very, very good for probiotic use if you like to eat your vitamins rather than take them pill wise. And so these things are very important for you. Sauerkraut as well. Fermented foods, so yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi. You can also do a little bit of jazz and some things up with some apple cider vinegar. But the fermented foods or probiotic pills definitely help your good girl down there to stay healthy and thriving and smelling the way that it's supposed to smell. If you are experiencing a smell that is off, it is because something has gone wrong health-wise. It is not normal. Now let me get this straight. Every woman's vagina has its own smell, okay? It's gonna smell like you because you're a person. But if it smells bad, something is wrong, Vaginas don't smell like water because water doesn't have a smell at all. Every human woman has a smell. You have a body chemistry. Everyone does. So also don't let anybody tell you, oh, it's supposed to smell like water, because they probably have never ever had sex before. It's just not real. You can't say sex has a smell and then say that vaginas don't, because I mean, like, what are we talking about? Anyway, so then there's that. But probiotics keep your vagina functioning properly, helps gut health as well. You'll feel a lot better overall, because it'll eat that yeast up that we consume on a day-to-day basis from eating lots of bread, lots of rice, lots of carbohydrates, on top of wearing lots of tight clothing. If you're wearing panties that are, you know, wet for too long after working out, that can even add to, you know, some different things going on there. So make sure you are incorporating probiotic or fermented foods in your life as much as possible. That leads me to my next thing. Panties with a cotton crotch are always better for the vag. Now, I'll be honest, I like to keep panties, so they don't always come equipped with that. But when you can give your coochie some air, give it some air and let that girl air out. She been on her ass too long. Let her out. Yeah. Try to let some air circulate through there as much as possible, because, I mean, if you wrap anything up too tight, something gonna happen. So make sure you just, you know, let her live a little bit. She's been a good girl. Let her outside. Next thing, chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is more of a new find for me. I think I was TikToking and things, but I've had chlorophyll in my cabinet for over a year now, maybe like a year and some 6 months or so, and I have enjoyed chlorophyll. Chlorophyll not only boosts my energy, but chlorophyll also is a natural body deodorant. Chlorophyll definitely puts you in a space where, if you are wearing like natural deodorants and things, or if you are not wearing like the aluminum type things and you have to detox your body from all of those heavier chemicals and heavy metals, chlorophyll helps you to combat being stinky in a third hour of going outside. It really does help. And so as a result, it helps other things. It helps vaginal lubrication, because it helps you with retaining all those vitamins and different things that you need. And it also helps with smelling fresh, okay? Especially for the meat eaters and things. I mean, obviously the vegans have, like, you know, a different way of doing things, because they not eating meat. But for the meat eaters like myself, it helps to offset maybe, you know, smells that come along with that. So, I mean, I know that smelling good is definitely something that's important, and an internal deodorant like chlorophyll is definitely something that you can add into your everyday lifestyle. You just put a couple drops in your water and you drink it. It don't taste like nothing. It's green, so it's a little fun, but it's definitely good in vaginal health and just overall health for your body as well, because, I mean, you can't never have enough vitamins, right? Okay, so for my next trip, I have slippery elm. Oh, let me show you what the chlorophyll bottle looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, chlorophyll. This is what it looks like. Okay, you can find it at Whole Foods or any type of, like, you know, organic market or whatever. I like it a lot. For my next trick, I have slippery elm. Slippery elm, child. Slippery elm. All right, so for the girlies who are entering their 30s, different things are affecting us, like stress, like all these other different things. And if you are looking for something to offset vaginal dryness possibly, or you just want to juice it up, you want to make it juicy. All right, if you're looking to combat like vaginal dryness, or if you're looking to just enhance your overall lubrication, you can use slippery elm. And slippery elm with some chlorophyll on a day-to-day basis, baby, it's water park worthy. It is. And I just want to let you guys know. Okay, if you didn't hear from anybody, that's a little tricky trick for the girls who are trying to spice it up, okay? Seriously though, it is definitely something to add into your diet if it works for you. Like I said before, everything ain't for everybody. Different strokes for different folks, okay? Make sure you look it up so that you know if it works for you, but there are other good uses for slippery elm as well. And I think it may even include some level of hormone stabilization. So just look into that. Don't quote me. Look into that though, because I don't want y'all fighting with me in the comments. All right. Now, last but not least, what I want to share with you guys is something that has two things in it. It has two things paired together that every woman should have in their repertoire, okay? In their cabinet. And that is cranberry. Cranberry and D-Manos, okay? Why Diamond? Why do we need cranberry and D-Manos? Here's why. Lots of women have issues with UTIs, have issues with different bladder infections, especially after sex. Urethra is a short tunnel that we have, and our urethra is right in front, and it's gonna receive a lot of friction if you're sexually active or through other things like, you know, holding your urine for too long, or, you know, I don't know, anything can happen, right? Anyway, with that being said, D-Manos is a sugar, a form of a sugar that basically traps all that bacteria in the whatever liquids that you're drinking, and you basically urinate that out. It exits your body when you are taking D-Manos. Almost like activated charcoal for the coochie. Does that make any sense? So it's kind of like you are taking D-Manos, it's gathering up or attracting all of the bad bacteria to it. And whenever your bladder is full and ready to be emptied, you empty all of that, all those bad vibes out. And basically, you, if you take them on a regular, you can avoid even coming down with UTIs and certain bladder infections and things like that, because who has time to be on antibiotics? Because then the antibiotics gonna throw your pH off, your pH thrown off, now you're yeasty and things, and now you gotta combat that. It's like too much, it's too much. So if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready, and that's why I feel like every woman needs D-Manos and cranberry. If you're not familiar, cranberry also combats those things. It combats yeast infections by way of UTIs, because sometimes UTIs call yeast infections, and sometimes yeast infections call UTIs, okay? So it combats those things, and those two together make a real bomb dream team. But of course, cranberries are high in sugar, and that's why you need your fermented things. You feel me? So that's my veg routine, okay? I keep it cute over here because that's a part of my identity, keeping it cute. I just wanted to share with you guys what I use and the things that I incorporate in my lifestyle to make sure that I'm operating at tip-top shape, and the things that I use to assist me when I am not feeling in tip-top shape in terms of vaginal health. If you guys would be interested in me doing something, doing a video on what I use for just regular health, like when I'm not feeling well, and the supplements that I use for when I might feel like I'm coming down with something or I'm not feeling my best, please let me know. I would love to put a video out like that, but I know that this one has been talked about a lot recently, so I just wanted to go ahead and do this one because women matter, and we have a different set of issues than men have, and not all of us are being educated in the way that we should be about how to take care of our special girl down there. And so I just wanted to make sure I did this video. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.